In this episode, we're talking about autoimmunity and how your body's own defenses can actually block your ability to get and stay pregnant.
Welcome to the Finally Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, the podcast helping women identify the real reason you haven't conceived or stayed pregnant so you and your partner can finally grow the family of your dreams. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Wood. Let's dive in, shall we?
In this episode, you're going to learn what autoimmunity really is and how it can affect your ability to get or stay pregnant, the key fertility red flags that may point toward an autoimmune issue, and how to start addressing autoimmune triggers naturally to support your fertility and overall health. So, what is autoimmunity and how can it affect fertility? Autoimmunity happens when your own immune system, which is designed to protect you, actually starts attacking your own tissues by mistake for various reasons. And when it comes down to trying to conceive, this can be a huge hidden barrier because your immune system needs to recognize your partner's sperm and later on the embryo as safe and not as an invader, so to say. So if your body is in a state of chronic inflammation or immune confusion, it can actually see pregnancy as a threat to the body and to your survival rather than something to protect. So autoimmune activity in the body can interfere with ovulation, especially when the thyroid is involved, egg quality and development, implantation, since the uterine lining can actually become inflamed, and even early pregnancy loss because the immune system is becoming overactive. Some of the more common autoimmune conditions that can affect fertility include Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune thyroid disease, celiac disease, lupus, endometriosis, which is coming to be understood as having an autoimmune component to it, and also general undiagnosed systemic inflammation that really never got an official diagnosis, but is still present in the body. So, some signs to look out for that autoimmunity could be impacting your fertility. So, if you've been diagnosed with unexplained infertility or are experiencing recurrent miscarriages or pregnancy loss, if you have irregular cycles despite having quote unquote normal hormones, if you experience chronic fatigue, brain fog, or joint pain, having cold hands or feet, or even difficulty losing weight, experiencing bloating, digestive issues, food sensitivities, having skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, or rashes, and also a family history of autoimmune conditions. So, one of the most frustrating pieces of this is that women and couples are going years without realizing that this is what is happening. And they're just spending so much time, money, and energy potentially on fertility treatments, and they don't even know what's going on. And this could be because their labs look normal, or their symptoms are just getting dismissed as stress or part of aging. But the truth is, these are early signs that your body is under immune stress, and that imbalance can directly impact your reproductive system. So let's talk a little bit more about how autoimmunity can interfere with conception. So when your immune system is overactive, it releases inflammatory molecules called cytokines. And these cytokines can disrupt communication between your brain and ovaries, which can impact hormone production. It can inflame the uterine lining, which can make it harder for an embryo to implant. And it can also reduce blood flow to the ovaries, which can impact egg quality, and it can trigger early miscarriages if your immune system sees the developing embryo as a threat. So it's like your body being in a constant fight mode, really. And conception requires your body to feel safe to be able to create life. And this is why addressing autoimmunity is so much more than just calming inflammation. It's about re-regulating your immune system so it can protect you the way it was designed to without overreacting. So here are some steps you can take to start supporting your immune and fertility health naturally. So number one, we want to test, not guess. So identify triggers. So this can involve getting tested for food sensitivities, gluten intolerance, gut dysbiosis, chronic infections, as these can all be common immune activators. And these are things that I do with all of my clients. We can support the gut because over 70% of our immune system lives in our gut. So this can look like repairing your gut lining, balancing your microbiome, and reducing the permeability or quote unquote leaky gut can calm autoimmunity drastically. And gut issues are just so common this day and age due to our stressful lifestyle and honestly our poor diet, because the food that we do eat is just nutrient depleted. And then if you're following the standard American diet, that's certainly not helping anybody. Number three, focus on nutrient repletion. So definitely this includes vitamin D, omega-3s, zinc, and magnesium. All of these play key roles in the immune balance and hormone production. Number four, we want to regulate your nervous system because chronic stress keeps your immune system on high alert. So things like breath work, meditation, are powerful tools to shift your body back into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest, digest, which is what we want for reproduction. Number five, running comprehensive functional labs. So autoimmune markers like TPO antibodies, ANA, and CRP can reveal what is typically missed in conventional care. Again, these are labs that I run with all of my clients. So I just want to remind you that having an autoimmune condition, if potentially you're listening to this and you already know that you have an autoimmune condition, it does not mean that your fertility journey is over or that your chances of conceiving even naturally is just impossible. It really means that your body is asking for deeper healing. It's communicating with you. And when you can support it at the root, conception becomes possible again. Our bodies are resilient and they're very, very wise. Okay. Your immune system and fertility are meant to work together, not against each other. And when your body feels safe, balanced, and supported, it can shift from the fight or flight mode to the rest and digest mode. So let's recap what we talked about today. We learned what autoimmunity is and how it can block conception, the key symptoms and red flags to look out for, and natural ways to calm and balance your immune system for optimal fertility outcomes. So I just want to share that if you've been struggling with infertility, maybe you've been diagnosed with unexplained infertility, you're experiencing recurrent miscarriage, and you suspect that there could be an immune or inflammatory component, or you just plain haven't gotten any answers from your doctor so far, I invite you to book a free fertility strategy call. Together on this call, we'll uncover what's going on in your body, and we can talk about creating a customized roadmap to restore your fertility naturally so you can finally grow the family of your dreams. I just want to thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on our next episode, released every Tuesday and Thursday.